Awesome. I'll just go back. All right. Well, it's 11:04, and I want to respect everybody's times. I know everybody's got a lot of things to do today. Good morning. My name's Anthony. For those of you who don't know me, I work here at Orange County Realtors. Been here now for a little over 20 years. Started off in the MLS department. Guaranteed I'll speak to everybody regarding rules, regulations, violations, all that fun stuff. What I'm also involved with is our outreach training. Our outreach is basically designed to give you training on all your tools and products. So Karen has me come out to your office, or right now do webinar training for your office to go over all your tools and products. I give training on MLS, like how to run a search, how to add a listing, how to do auto emails, all that fun stuff. So trains on zip forms. I'm zip forms certified. So that means that I can show you how to put together your transactions electronically, how to digitally sign them, and of course, all the advanced tools that zip forms has to offer. And of course, I love training on tech and tools. I love showing real estate agents how they can utilize their technology tools to better their real estate business. So one of those tools that we're going to go over today is SavvyCard. Now, I like to call this your business card plus class, but basically, this is a great tool for you to have an electronic business card, but it goes above and beyond just your information, as we'll demonstrate here today. So this is a free CRMLS member benefit for our members, or I should say an Orange County Realtors member benefit, OC Realtors member benefit. And what SavvyCard is, basically, it's a simple push button prospecting and marketing tool for real estate agents and their listings. Now, what's neat about this is that SavvyCard, being not only a CRMLS member benefit, but also not only a Orange County Realtors member benefit, but also a CRMLS member benefit. And what this means is that not only do you have your electronic business card, but they have what they call a property savvy card. Now, a property savvy card, real simple, is that anytime you input a listing into the MLS, whether it's for residential, for sale, or for lease, or any property type for that matter, you will actually have a website pre-created for you with some information on it. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this. And what's nice about this is that you can now save this information onto your phone device. We'll go over that today to make it look like an app on your phone. Okay. All right. Now, real quickly, why do you need SavvyCard? Well, if you think about it, you as real estate agents spend most of your time prospecting. Okay. That's the most difficult part of the sales process. And if you think about that, with all the marketing that you're doing more marketing than anything else, right? About 42% of your time is out there marketing, trying to gain clients, to work with clients. Okay. Other than that, 36% of the time you're out there trying to close deals. And of course, 22% of your time roughly is about trying to get clients qualified to either buy or sell. Okay. Now, the whole point of SavvyCard is to have better client engagement, especially in today's age where everybody's really not germophobic, but very mindful about COVID and other easily transferable diseases like the flu or the cold. Okay. Because you hand out your business cards. What do you do today? You hand out your business card, right? If you think about this, about 60, real estate agents roughly spend about 60 cents per business card to prospect. Now, if you think about that, 60 cents times 100, you're spending about, for 100 business cards, you're spending about $60 for 100 business cards. Now, out of those 100 business cards that you're handing out, what's your return on investment? Probably about maybe 1%. Okay. And now if you think about that and it grows exponentially, you're spending a lot more money on business cards to get a 1% turnaround, around 1% return on your investment, roughly. Right? Because the whole point of handing out a business card is that it gives an excuse for someone to walk away from you. Right? We turn around and we think about this, and we hope and dream that somebody's going to give us a call, right? Most of you are working open houses right now. Maybe you have a listing and you're doing an open house this weekend. If not this weekend because of the holiday season, maybe next weekend or so on and so forth. Now, what happens to those business cards? Various different things. It gets left in people's pockets, finds its way into the laundry. They wash out the card. Some people will use your business card as a coaster to not ruin their table. The kids chew on it. The puppies chew on it. Maybe you've even seen at restaurants, and I've seen this once in a while, where someone will take their business card or a business card, fold it in half, stick it underneath the table to level out the table just enough. It's a waste. It's not being used for what it's needing to be used for. Why? Because the person gets your business card, they walk away, they don't do anything with it. How many of you, and you can do a simple raising of your hands, how many of you have had a listing and you go to the property maybe a day or two later, you see the business cards on the counter, on the kitchen counter, you grab them up, and then what do you do with them? Do you call the agent? Do you put them in your CRM as a potential agent to talk to about future properties that you might be listing? Or do you leave them in your car? And then after a month in the center console, when you're cleaning out your car, you take all those business cards that you've collected and you throw them away. Well, if you're doing this, what do you think other people are doing with your business card? This is where the power of SavvyCard is going to come into play. Instead of handing out your physical business card, you're going to text message your business card to a client. And another nice thing about this is that how many of you haven't even ordered your business cards in a while? Maybe you're brand new, or maybe you didn't take enough with you at an open house. Well, here, this nice, easy solution to this is that you're going to be able to text message your business card to a client. Now, what's going to happen is that client's going to receive your text message, and the system is going to automatically prompt them to add your information directly into their contacts. That they can choose to do that right then and there or not. But we're going to encourage them to do that. And then once they do that, then we're going to follow up with them within a next day or two via text message or a phone call to solidify this relationship. Because that's really what all real estate is about, building our relationships and strengthening them. Hi, RJ. How you doing? Okay, so we're building our relationships by having an electronic business card. Now, part of this is that the Agent Savvy card, okay, which is your electronic business card. It's an easy to use digital business card with a simple IDX feed. It's going to be able to help you lead capture and lead generate. You're going to have a self-optimization on Google search rankings. Okay. Now, the reason why this is so powerful today is that this Savvy card is not considered an app. As a matter of fact, it's an actual website for you. So every realtor that is part of CRMLS, part of Orange County, automatically has this website created for you. Now, as people begin to use the website, Google will now all of a sudden start to put that website higher in the rankings. Now, if you've ever researched yourself on, say, Google, and I'm just going to use somebody here as an example. So here, if we go to Google and we type in, say, Jacqueline's information, we're hopefully going to see Jacqueline's information come up. Now we see here Jacqueline Bried, Remax Terracell. She's got her own website. We know how to get to her by directions. We see here that she's got her personal website at the very top, followed by Remax, followed by Zillow, Nextdoor, so on and so forth, all the way down through her social media platforms. Now, a lot of agents don't have this promoted website. And Jacqueline, you can probably either give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Are you spending a lot of money to get your website seen? Probably. RJ, are you spending a lot of money on your website? Maybe. Yes, no. Okay, good. RJ, do you have a website? Awesome. So if we are putting your information in here, what's going to be nice is that you'll notice here that that Zillow is about in the top 3. The idea behind this is that usually most agents, Zillow's number 1. And usually if you go to that link in Zillow, you've got some information about the agent, but other than that, it's promoting Zillow. And that you would think that, geez, Jacqueline Bried is a Zillow agent at Remax Terracel. Now, that may or may not be true. Okay. Now, what's nice about SavvyCard is that you're going to be able to promote yourself above and beyond that. And this is going to rank you even higher in your rankings above, say, Zillow or above Realtor.com. That's awesome, Jacqueline. Great that you have that free website through Remax. Excellent. Oh, and by the way, you also have a branded email signature for this particular website as well. But the whole point of this is going to be all about instant customer engagement. Okay. You'll notice here that in the background here, this is an actual agent of Remax. Her name's Jenny Roche. And what's nice is you're looking at her SavvyCard. Now, what's cool about this, you'll notice here, you've got a bunch of buttons here that is more than just a business card. You're going to have buttons like a call button. If someone taps that call button, it's going to immediately call this agent, or in this case, you. You also have an email button feature so that it comes directly to you and no one else. It's not vetted through a third-party vendor. It's not vetted through another service system. It's immediately coming directly to you because it's your email address. You can even send direct texts through this application or through this website directly to you. You also have a share feature, which we'll talk about in a minute. If you're sharing this with a client, not only can, here's the listings, but what's nice is you have 2 choices here: featured listings and find homes. Now, find homes is the IDX feed, whereby a client, if you're sharing this with a client, can look for properties that are for sale or for lease. Now, what's nice about this is that you see the featured listing section. Now, the featured listing section promotes your properties, the listings that you are the listing agent on. So not only does maybe a client who might be the seller see their featured listings under your potential business card, but any other clients will look at any and all of your listed properties that you're the listing agent on. You also have a button about your organization, how to find you. Under the More section, you have access to your social media platforms, who you're recommending, info, things like that. Okay. Now, when you list a property in the MLS, you automatically are developed and given a property SavvyCard, a property website for your listings. Okay. This happens within minutes of the property being listed. It's a single listing website, okay, for every and all your listings. Again, it's a simple push button feature to social media, and they have this feature called the seller share. Now, what the seller share allows you to do is share this with your client, specifically your seller or landlord, whereby they can now share this with other people, which is super nice. And it refers everything back to you, the listing agent. Okay. But it's a nice, easy, great tool to be able to market a property. And again, it's all about being push button simple. You have a button here to contact the listing agent, to call, text, or email. You have all the features of the property. You also have the agent remarks, or I'm sorry, not agent remarks, but the public description, plus all the features that you're indicating on the listing, where to find the property, photos of the property. And I do believe recently they're getting ready to release a video feature about the listing. So if you have a video on your listing, that will also be displayed. This will also allow someone to share that property either individually or to a social media platform. Another IDX feed. It vets the schools nearby that are from the school district, how to find them, how far they are from the subject property, and more information about the property. Now, you as an agent, immediately after you list a property, and I want to say this happens within 30 minutes of listing a property, that you receive an email from SavvyCard. It basically says your name, you have a property SavvyCard created, and from here you can then share that listing to the home seller by clicking on a simple button and typing their information, which now sends them an update that you have a created property website. All right. So this all now comes down to how do you claim, or how do you activate SavvyCard? By the way, are there any questions so far? Am I going too fast for anybody? No? All right. So this being a free tool, what do you need to do to access this tool? Well, first you just need to claim your SavvyCard. Now, how do you do that? All you're going to do, and you're going to do this on your phone, or you can do this on the web like we're doing today, but simple to do it on your phone. Open up your web browser on your phone, whether your Android phone or whether you're an iPhone. Open up Safari, open up your web browser. From there, you're going to simply go to www.savvycard.com. From there, you're going to move your mouse over to the top right corner where it says menu, and you're going to tap on that. From there, you're going to tap on where it says claim or get SavvyCard. So here, www.savvycard.com. You're going to move your mouse over to where it says get SavvyCard, or click on where it says the 3 lines. And from here, you're going to type in your email address. Now, the email address is very important. The email address must be what's on the MLS. So go into the MLS system, crmls.org. If you're not sure what email address CRMLS has, log into the MLS. And from here, look yourself up under the roster. Or go under add edit and then go under roster under quick modify. And look at your contact information. From here, this should display what your current email address is. Now, with that email address, what you're then going to do is you're going to go back into SavvyCard. And type in your email address. When you hit submit, there should be a choice here that says your name, claim your card. Once you hit claim your card, then you are going to be given a list of menu choices. Now, what's probably going to also be asked is that when you claim the card, it's going to also ask you to create a password. Okay. So your email address, and then your password. And of course, it has an older email address for me. Now, once you claim that, claim your card, then what you're going to now do is you're going to get a screen that looks something very similar to this. Now, at this point, what you're then going to do is you're going to tap on where it says view this card. Now, when you hit view this card, it's going to then display what your SavvyCard currently looks like. Now, if this is your first time claiming your SavvyCard, then what you should see is your background image in the Remax background or whatever your company background is. Okay. You won't see a picture of yourself just yet, but don't worry, we're going to go over that. But once you get to this screen here, what you're going to now need to do is you're going to now need to make this look like an app on your phone device. And real quickly here, I have a question here. Is it possible to change the color scheme within your SavvyCard with client search for properties? It is currently white and yellow. All right, so the question is can I change the color scheme of the background? You should be able to. You might not be able to do it yourself, but you could probably send an email to support@savvycard.com and ask them about the colors if they can modify that. Other than that, I do believe it is a generic white and yellow background for SavvyCard. And yes, you will be able to change the face of the buttons. Chase will go over that here in just two minutes. So, Jacqueline, what you do after you claim your card, you're going to be on the home screen. That looks something like this, where it says My SavvyCards, and you've got several menu choices here. View this card, edit this card, share this card, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, what you're then going to do is you're going to click on where it says view this card so that it displays what your current card looks like. Now, your current card may not have all of the bells and whistles here just yet. Don't worry, we're going to get there. Okay. Now, what you're then going to immediately do is you're going to make it look like an app on your phone device. Okay. Now, to do that, we're going to first start with the iPhone users. iPhone users, to make your card look like an app on your phone device, simply under your web browser, if you're using Safari, you're going to notice the box with the arrow coming out at the very bottom of every website you go to. Now, the box with the arrow coming out is called the magic button or share button. What you're going to do as iPhone users is that you're going to tap that button at the bottom. And if you don't see it, move up and down on your screen. Okay. Once you see that and you tap on it, then what you're going to do is you're going to see a list of menu choices. Now, your first instinct is to choose add bookmark. Stop. Don't do that. Instead, you're going to choose the choice that says add to home screen. So go up and down your menu lists. Maybe you might need to scroll back and forth depending on your phone device and find the choice that says add to home screen. When you choose add to home screen, you're going to see what an icon looks like. It's going to have your name, and then you're going to see in the upper right corner the choice that says add. Now, once you do that, you're then going to be taken back to your home screen, and you're going to see where it says SavvyCard or maybe even Remax for now, and then your name. And it'll look like an app on your phone. Okay. Now, Android users, what you're going to do is that once you view your card, you're going to go over to the top right corner where you see the 3 dots. From here, when you tap on the 3 dots, you're going to get a list of choices. One of those choices says either add to home screen or add shortcut to home screen. Once you tap on that, again, you're going to see what the card's going to say, basically your name. It might have the Remax logo for now, and then you're going to say add, which will then say okay, which will then take you back to your home screen or one of your home screens and place that like an app on your phone device. Now, from here, after you do that, we need to add some things. Maybe we need to add in our email button. We need to add in our text message button. Maybe we don't have the social media or the recommend or most of these buttons that are here. How do I get these extra buttons on my card? Well, back to the previous page, under your home screen for your SavvyCard, you're going to see the choice that says edit this card. So underneath view this card, you got the choice edit this card. Now under edit this card, you can change certain things about your card. Number one, your photo. Here, what we can do is select from some stock images, or like if we turn off my photo, we want our photo or personal picture here, then what I'll need to do is make sure that I have the picture feature turned on. And then what I can do is upload an image. Now, this may be a little bit challenging, seeing how the image maximum size can only be 2 megabytes. So to help you upload that image, maybe of yourself or what have you, what I would suggest is email your profile picture to SavvyCard.com or support@SavvyCard.com. That's SUPPORT at Savvy, SAVVYCARD.com. Emailing them your photo and just say, please add photo to my background image for my SavvyCard, and then send off the photo. In about 24 to 48 hours, they will then upload for you your image for your SavvyCard. Now, the Remax logo will always be here, or your company logo will always be prominent on your SavvyCard. Next, buttons. Here under the button section, you can pick your button style. Oops. Here, maybe, whoops. I go with different icons on what my button styles are, so I can match it to me. Wherever I pick, I save. Next, under the buttons, or under the button styles, you're going to have several buttons, and it may look something very similar to this. Okay, where buttons aren't there, they're just kind of hidden. Here underneath the button style, what we're going to now do is we're going to go through and activate or add in buttons. How we do that is very simple. Say, as an example, under text, when I click on the down arrow, I'm going to type in my cell phone number. And then underneath my cell phone number, I'm then going to say, yes, show this button on my card. When I do that and I hit save, this now live time updates my SavvyCard. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add in our buttons, making sure the information is typed in correctly, and then save that information. Under where it says find me, put in your office address. Chances are you probably do not want to put in your personal address, because you don't want clients showing up at your personal home address. You want them to show up at your office. But again, put in your office address, say, yes, add this button to my card, and this will now activate that button. Now, out of all these, oh, and by the way, you can type up a nice little blurb about your company. So not only can I re-put in about my company information, but I can now write in some basic information about the company for marketing, and again, activate that. Under the About Me button, not only can I write about who I am, but if you're into video marketing, you can also upload your video URL, say from your YouTube channel. So now someone can watch a video about who you, the agent, is. Contact information. Now, one important button here is the recommend. Now, I love this button. So this is where SavvyCard goes into overdrive. So anybody here work an open house before? Hi, Karen, by the way. Karen, have you ever given out information to a client? Like, just say you're working in an open house and it's, say, maybe a brand new buyer, someone who's just starting their buying journey. Who would you recommend that they talk to besides yourself? Or anybody else for that matter? Maybe what? A lender? Maybe somebody at title? Maybe escrow company, right? Your vendors. Those would be people that you would recommend. Maybe you have 2 or 3 lenders or 4 or 5 lenders that you want a client to talk to in order to try to get qualified or pre-qualified to purchase a property. Well, under the recommend button, click on the down arrow and now type in that person's name, what you're recommending them for, say lending. Here you have the option to type in their web address, their email address, or even better yet, maybe their phone number. Okay. So what we can now do is not only give them our information, but we can put in our recommended vendors, like our title, our escrow, and our lenders, or even better yet, maybe an electrician, a gardener. Who else would you recommend business-wise to a client? Not that you have to put in your entire vendor list, but what we can now do is add the person's information and just upload them. So we're going to add another card and maybe lender. And then maybe I just put in his phone number. So here we can add in those people. Now activate the card or activate that button and then save your information. You also have your personal websites as well. So maybe your personal website, maybe the Remax website, maybe the DRE, maybe OC Realtors. What other websites would you want someone to look at? Okay. Add in all the necessary websites, activate the card or activate that button so that the button is now added to your list. Under social, here you can put in all your social media platforms. Select YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, Vimeo, or any other platform. Maybe you do TikTok. Maybe you do Snapchat still. Put in that information. Okay. Now, with the buttons modified, we are ready to share our SavvyCard. Are there any questions on the buttons? Jacqueline says, this is awesome. I have homework to do. This is for sure awesome, Jacqueline. I'm glad you're excited about it. Definitely, I think this is a game changer. Now, another cool thing that we're going to do here. What do we do with the SavvyCard at this point? Well, maybe you're caught in a situation where you don't have your physical business card, or maybe, you know, you're meeting with somebody. So maybe in this case, maybe Chase and I are talking. We meet at an open house. Chase brings his lovely family in, or her lovely family in, and we're just having a great conversation. Now, Chase and the family is about to leave. But before they leave, I go, you know what? I'd like to give you my information. So now what I'm going to do is, because I don't have any business cards, does that mean that I just don't give them my information? Absolutely not. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to turn on my phone and I'm going to tell Chase, I'd like to give you my information. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to go over to my apps on my phone, and I'm going to find my app. Whoops. Just like so on my phone. And from here, I'm going to hit share. Now, at this point, I'm now going to share it with an individual. Now I'm going to put in Chase's information. I'm going to put in their cell phone number. I'm going to give them a nice little quick little message. Maybe I voice to text it. Okay. And then from there, I'm going to hit share this card. Now, when I hit share this card, immediately on my phone asks me, do I want to download this person into my contact list? Okay. Now, the moment I hit download contact to this card, I've now added Chase's information into my phone device. Okay. Now, in about 30 seconds or less, Chase will get a text message from me. Okay. And just to read what that is, it basically just says, Chase, Anthony has text messaged you their SavvyCard, and there's a link in the text. By the way, it's also got my message. It was so nice meeting you today at the open house on 123 Main in Laguna. Can't wait to work with you in purchasing your next home. Okay. Now, Chase immediately is going to hit that link in the text. So while I'm standing there in front of Chase hit that link in the text. Now, all of a sudden, the SavvyCard is going to open up on the phone device. Now, what this does is that there's an immediate, if I can, got a little background blur here. There's an immediate verbiage right down below the moment they open up the SavvyCard. And it says, would you like to add Anthony to your contacts? Dismiss or add to contacts. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Chase to hit add to contacts for their phone, which it will immediately upload into their contacts for their phone device, which now means they've added me into their phone. So now if I call or text, instead of it saying unknown number or just my blank number with no name to it, which we all know most agents will, or most clients will not pick up the phone, right? If there's no name tied to it. Well, now if my name is tied to that phone or that number that they've added, now my name comes up, their likelihood to answer the phone or answer or respond to the text is far greater, right? Now, what's also cool is that, say, Chase is on the do not call list. Because Chase has accepted my information into their phone, we've now entered into a business style relationship whereby because they've added me to their phone, they are agreeing to allow me to solicit to them directly. Does that help? Does that make sense? So even if Chase was on a do not call list or do not solicitation list, they are now, by agreeing to add me into their phone contact, allowing me to reach out to them because we have now entered into a business style relationship. Okay. So that helps. a lot. Now, at that point, because their card or my card is opened up, I'm then going to instruct Chase on how to save my card and make it look like an app on their phone. That way, I can tell them anytime you need to call me, email me, text message me, just hit the icon on your phone to open up my card. And now you can call me, email me, text message me, or even better yet, go to where it says more, go to my recommend and reach out to my vendors, like my lenders, so that you can get qualified. See who you feel comfortable with. Give them a call or shoot them an email. And here are those lenders that I feel would probably be a good fit for you. Anybody like that? And Chase says, I'm impressed with your digital card. I'm going to use this portal exclusively to search for properties. That's fine. Because when they find a property, Chase, then what happens is if they like it and they want to see it, when they say request a showing, does it go out to the listing agent? No, no, no. It comes to me, their agent, who they've gotten my card from or for. So they only come back to me because they are in a direct agency relationship with me at this point. Anybody like that? Does that show value? Now, a couple of things here real quick. Marketing. I'm going to show you something really cool here. Look, under the marketing section, if we scroll right on down, we can generate a QR code for our business card. So how many of you have for sale signs or for lease signs or just business signs in general? Well, guess what? You can now take this QR code, download it, right? Save the image, upload it, put it on your business sign. That way, when your sign is hanging on the property, someone scans this, guess what? They're now adding my business card to their phone because it will ask them, would you like to add this person as a contact? Sure. Now, all of a sudden, I'm getting calls and emails directly from properties that I have this QR code on. Maybe I put it on my flyers. Maybe I put it on a sign writer. But more importantly, I want to put this on my for sale signs. Now, how do I track all these people? Well, back at SavvyCard, from here, what I can now do is view my card analytics. Now, there are a couple of nice things here about the card analytics. Number one, I get to see how many times my business card has been shared, how many referrals I've gotten, total views, who's done the referrals, and of course, sharing out my card. Down below, I get to see the date that the card was shared, by who received it, and of course, any messages. And if you notice, I hover over top of the person's name and I see their phone number. So what do I do with this information? Now, a couple of things here real quick. Number one, I get to see that there is a card sharer, but because my card's I'm giving out my card to maybe not only my friends and family, but any potential clients, right? Because who refers me business? More than likely friends and family, but also my colleagues, like my lenders, my titles, and my escrow officers. Give out your card to those people because they always know people that might need to buy or sell property, correct? Well, here, what I can see is that I see that the card sharer, as in this case, Charles, shared my card with a person by the name of Christine. So I didn't actually get directly involved in this. I had somebody refer me to someone else to give me a call. And I get to see that because, geez, I haven't heard from Christine in a few days. Maybe I give her a call. Hi, Christine. Charles indicated that you might need somebody, or you are looking to buy or sell a home. Is there something I can help you with? Now, what do I do with these list of people? Well, there is a choice here to export this into a CSV or an Excel spreadsheet file, which I can now import into my CRM, my contact management system, which I can now apply my action plans. Because as we all know, it takes about 6 to 9 touches to convert a lead. Just because I give it out to them one time and I call them one time doesn't mean that it's a guaranteed convert. I have to constantly be in contact with people. Are there any questions on any of this? By the way, Chase, yes, you can search for properties through this tool as well. Yes, under listings. I don't have the listings button because I'm not an agent. I'm only staff. So all I have is a staff card. But trust me, it would be there for you. Anybody like any of the information that we went over today?
Hi, I loved it. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if you hear a baby in the background. That's why
That's okay, Chase.
The virtual background, but so helpful. I didn't know what you were capable of doing with this, and the fact that you can track leads and also see who shares the card. Yeah, so many things that this card does that I didn't know. So thank you so much.
Oh, today. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, it does so much. I mean, again, the free QR code, you can just download that image. And again, you can put it on all your marketing materials for people to scan. QR codes, I know it's funny, you know, just before COVID, everybody said this was a dead technology. But then since COVID, we go to restaurants and you could probably still find the QR code on most of the dining tables, right? We scan it. We now look at it on the phone. We don't have to touch dirty menus anymore or anything. Same thing here. So now somebody can scan this, just even going by a property, scan this, and now all of a sudden they've got my information to reach out to me. So this is a really awesome tool, I think. And again, it's free. And nowadays, if we're talking about, you know, a downturn in the market or a change in the market, whereby you as real estate agents with costs going up nowadays, because I know dues have gone up quite substantially, not just within our area, but everywhere. And we're talking about challenges of getting people into escrow because of inflation and interest rates and all this other stuff. Marketing dollars have to be more efficient. Well, take advantage of your free tools where you can, when you can. And if this is a free tool, why spend money on anything else?
Right? Yeah. I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
I play professional baseball, and one other thing that I do right now is training. I do private personal training and sometimes groups with speed training. I'm seeing here that I can have more than one Savvy card. That would be appropriate. I could use this for that business as well, right?
Yes, sir. But if for any other business outside of your free member benefit tool for realtors, there is a cost. I don't know what those costs are, but SavvyCard would tell you those costs for the other business promotions. But yes.
Okay, excellent. And I see here that you could have multiple cards. Now, do some people have multiple cards for real estate if they were perhaps communicating or with a different market?
What do you mean?
Like
you're a real estate
agent market segmentation. So they have multiple Savvy cards to pass to different people, ones that you think different people would connect with better.
Typically you only have one for yourself, one that would just indicate that you're a realtor of Remax, because that's where you're hanging your license. But if you're talking about getting other cards, then because once you claim your account, it's only one card. Now you can give it different looks, but other than that, as for multiple cards, for other businesses, again, there may be a small fee for that. I don't know what those fees are.
Okay, thanks. Good to know. I'll probably just go ahead and pay it and use it. I think this is extremely convenient.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, even for the one card, I mean, because you as a realtor, I mean, you might as well just, I mean, that's like a blanket thing right there. If you're talking about something that's more seller specific or buyer specific, is that what I'm hearing?
Uh, no, because you could do both for each one. Just certain there are different personalities out there, and I was wondering if I'm still getting a feel for SavvyCard
Okay.
and what is, but you cleared it up, and now I know that we can just have the one right now for free through Remax, and then
Right.
anything else that's used is going to be separate, and there's a small charge for it.
Yeah, I would reach out to support at SavvyCard.com, and they can probably, answer a little bit more of those pricing questions for you. But yeah, I mean, again, take advantage of the free stuff. I mean, heck, you run out of business cards, or maybe the person you're talking to doesn't want a physical card. They want an electronic card, right? So it gives you that flexibility to accommodate any and all types of clients at that point. And it also it helps you gauge their interest in you. Because some people will just say, "Oh, that's great. Let me have your business card, and I'll reach out to you." And at that point, you give them that physical card because maybe they tell you, "Oh, I'm really not good on the phone. I don't like tech." Then you want to be able to be that flexible agent. Does that help, Chase?
Yeah, it
And
does. Thank you so much.
no
Yeah,
problem. And
and
then
it's not. It wasn't made exclusively for real estate, was it? Or if it
no,
is, that'll okay. It wasn't okay.
no, well, they started off that way, but they have branched out to other types of businesses. I do believe, like our affiliate members, um, they do have what they call the affiliate savvy card. Now, the affiliate savvy card pretty much looks just like mine, where they don't have a listings feature. Why? Because affiliates don't have listings because they're not part of the MLS and they're not licensed agents. So it promotes like their businesses a little bit better. Eventually, hopefully, fingers crossed, if we do offer something like that, what would be nice is that under the recommend button, if they have their own Savvy card and there's a partnership there, they would actually have their Savvy card appear under your recommend choice. Does that make sense? So in a way, you two are working together. And it just makes an easier choice. I do believe that most of the time that was about, I think, about $100 a year for affiliates to have that. But again, I'm not familiar with their cost, their pricing model just yet.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Appreciate it.
And then RJ asks, how does this compare to mobile activity? Number one, I'm going to ask, is there a cost with RJ with mobile activity? Okay, so right there, the big difference is free versus paying for it. Other than that, I don't think I've ever used mobile activity personally, so I'm not overly familiar with that. Is that something that Remax or your company uses specifically? No, gotcha. So you've reached out to a different company to get something similar. Gotcha. So I would think that the biggest difference is that it's cost to you, and then your listings are automatically tied to your business card, and every listing that you input into the MLS, a property savvy card is automatically generated and created. So you don't have to do anything. It just does it there for you. They email it to you, and then you can share that property savvy card to the client, which, by the way, when they get it, they have that share feature where they can share it to their social media. And now you've got the client helping you sell their own property. And again, you will be point of contact. So, which is great. Are there any other questions? Hi, Gene. Are there any other questions from anybody else? Well, if there are no other questions, I want to thank everybody for attending today. Hopefully you'll activate your SavvyCard and have fun with it. I would definitely say, activate it, share it with friends and family, especially your spouses, and of course your lenders and
Oh.
everybody. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I do. I'm on another screen, so I was trying to follow along, but it's not allowing me to do edits. It's saying sign up for training. So a few of the edits I wasn't able to do. I'm on the SavvyCard.
So which edits are you now able to do?
Let me go back. Okay, hold up. Where was I? Okay, so I jump back on the SavvyCard and it says quick start checklist, claim your account. I did that. Sign up for training.
You don't have to do that.
I've already done that. Well, I'm doing that now, but
Exactly.
there's after this training, will I be able to move on to the next step?
You should be able to do that right now without having to do anything else. Yes, Chase, you can upload your own photo. The only thing you won't be able to change is the company logo. So what you want to do is email your personal photo or your profile picture to support@SavvyCard.com. And it could be a PNG or a JPEG file. And then they will add it as part of the background. Like we saw with the other agent where they were standing full body shot with their arms crossed. You could send that photo and they will put that on there for you. Now, Gene, you should be able to, if you go to SavvyCard,
Yes.
hit edit this card.
Uh-huh.
And does it not allow you to hit do that?
Well, it's a few of the buttons, like I tried to upload a picture.
Right. The picture you might need to email. So make sure it's turned on first off.
Oh, where is that part?
So if you go to where it says pictures, where it says picture on off, click on the down arrow, turn it on, and then hit save.
Okay.
And then right above that where it
a
says,
little different.
oh, it doesn't look like this.
No.
All right. So let's go with clicking on the SavvyCard icon in the top right corner or left corner. So now you've got view this card, edit this card, share this card, send to mobile, view QR code, and the card.
Yes.
Okay. So then you clicked on view this card.
Clicked on view. Yes.
Okay. Then you've got background, picture, buttons, icon, settings, and marketing, correct?
Yes, I have all of those.
Okay. So you clicked on the pictures tab.
And it just says, want a cutout picture for your SavvyCard, but I don't have the other drop downs.
Okay. So then what I would do is email that personal photo to SavvyCard or support@SavvyCard.com.
Okay.
And they will go in and they'll probably make sure that it gets uploaded so that this gets unlocked for you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And then you should have a buttons choice here.
Yeah. And there's another part where it was asking for my password and I reset the password, but it's still not letting me.
Give it a few minutes. If it's still not taking, support@SavvyCard.com.
Okay.
Or
thank you.
Let's see here. They do have a support line number. And I do believe it is. Oh. Gotta go through my presentation here, of course. I love it when things don't process correctly. That's okay. Let's see here. Where is my help button? Support. They have a phone number of 727-502-6013.
Okay.
That way you can give them a call and you can say, hey, I'm having some problems here. Like it won't let me log in. I'm having problems with my, editing my buttons or what have you. They'll go into your account and look at it, or they'll help make sure that the password took so you can log
Okay.
in.
All right, let's try that again.
And Chase, that is correct. Email them your photo first. Just because that size limit can be really tricky, that 2 megabytes. You would think it wouldn't be, but you never know. It could be just off just a skosh and it won't let you upload it. So email your photo and they'll make sure it gets resized and placed correctly. And I've heard that because the guys and gals at SavvyCard are really nice and really supportive of real estate agents, especially because you guys are the main bulk of their business nationwide. But they have been known to help agents like customize background images, even for, I think, even another small fee. If you say, Gene Smith is part of the Smith team and the Smith team has their own personal logo, well, you can partner that with your Remax logo. So they'll help you with that. It may take them a couple of days to, a little bit longer, but they've been known to help people pretty reasonably. And then Gene, are you still having that buttons problem because it won't let you log in?
Jumping back and let me try go back to that password thing again.
Okay. Yeah, if you already knew your password is, maybe it took a few minutes. Maybe you got to close out of the browser, relog back in, refresh. That happens with me with MLS.
Back in. Okay, that time I logged back in. So now okay, I'm logging in and out now. All right.
And now I'll let you log in.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. So now when you go to edit my card, are you able to edit? Like the buttons?
Now, okay, I'm getting more of the drop downs.
Okay.
All right, I think I'm okay now.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
That's good to know.
All right. I'm good. I'm gonna hop off. I have one other call to hop on. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, everybody. You all have a great day. If there are no other questions, let's see here. Oh, real quickly, Jacqueline asked, you probably already mentioned it, but the app on the phone is the CRMLS logo. Once my photo is updated, it will be on the app. That is correct, Jacqueline. Once you update it with your photo, then it will automatically turn from the CRMLS logo to your personal logo, or to your face. So here we have what it looks like, but we can upload a different image, but they typically put your image there. And that's under the icon. You're welcome. Are there any other questions, ladies and gents? Well, if there are no other questions, I want to thank everybody for attending today. Hopefully everybody has a great and wonderful holiday. If you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My email address is Tony, Tony, at ocrealtors.org, or you can feel free to give me a call at 949-586-6800. My extension is 104. That's 949-586-6800, extension 104. With that said, I hope everybody has a great and wonderful time. Hopefully you will enjoy SavvyCard, and I wish you all much, much success and great opportunities for 2023. Have a great day, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.
Thanks, Anthony. Bye-bye.
Bye.